Alright guys, welcome back to Son of Scotland 98, and it has been a long time. It's took me here to upload my first FIFA 21 video. I've just been having issues, man. My laptop's shit, my capture card's shit, my microphone's shit. Everything's just shit, man. Well, it's not even shit, it's shit for me. It's actually decent stuff. I went and bought a £200 microphone. Doesn't even fucking work. Capture card cost me a lot of money, doesn't work. Laptop cost me a lot of money. And like sometimes it'll work fine, and the other times it'll just, I don't know, man. It freaks out as if there's like a ghost or something, and it just makes all these mad weird, fucking freaky noises, like something's trying to, like intercept it or something. Or like a ghost. I don't know. It's a load of shite. So what I was doing is I was streaming off Twitch on the Xbox app for like the past 4 months. That's how I've been trying to upload to YouTube, but apparently you can't do that now because this is the FIFA 21 trial version, and it doesn't allow you to stream the trial version of the game on the Twitch app, which is an absolute disaster. It makes no sense. You've got people that are actually, streaming the game on Twitch, but they must be doing it through, like, I don't know, a capture card or something like that, through some sort of soft hardware device, whereas I'm trying to just use the actual Twitch app on Xbox. Why it doesn't work, I don't know. But I got my old capture card out, and I thought, you know what, fuck it. There's no point sitting around with my thumb up my ass. I'm going to try and make some vids, and if it works, then great, and if it doesn't, then screw it, you know what I mean? It's 10 minutes of my life I'll never get back. So if it works, what we're going to do here is we're going to see what the... pretty much just see what the career mode options look like for teams in Scotland. I will be doing a Scottish Premiership save, and I want to put it up to a vote. And I think the best way to do it would be actually to have a look at all the teams and see what kind of ratings we've got dealing with, see the kind of budgets and expectations and stuff like that. I'm also going to be making a few videos based on Scottish Premiership, because I think they've absolutely shafted the league. I was looking at some of the individual player ratings, and they've got it horribly wrong. I believe the highest rated player in the league's 77, and that just doesn't sit right with me. People can say, oh, Scotland's it's a shitey league, it's a tin-pot league. Fucking bullshit, right? There's a lot of good players in Scotland. Celtic and Rangers, at the moment, well, maybe Celtic's form in Europe's been a wee bit dodgy, struggling to beat Sarajevo and Riga, but, I mean, apart from that, Celtic and Rangers are a match for any English Premiership side outside maybe the top, like the top couple, Man City, Liverpool. But even then, Celtic drew them twice back to back in the Champions League, like not that long ago. So, if you're going to say that Scottish League's shite, then you're wrong. You know what I mean, or you don't know fit, but one or the other. So anyway, we'll start with Aberdeen here, and then I will make videos in the future based on those horrible player ratings. I know one of them is Sam Cosgrove's only 69. I don't get that. How can Sam Cosgrove only be 69? The guy has been consistent now for a few years, bangs in loads of goals. I mean, can they not at least put him in the 70s? Does he not deserve that? He's the second highest rated Aberdeen player, but he's only 69. Joe Lewis is the highest at 72. Absolutely fucking nonsense. It's just it bogs my mind how Sam Cosgrove is only a 69. But anyway, here we go. Like I said, starting off with Aberdeen. I'm doing an Aberdeen Master League on PES 2021, so I think I'd preferably rather not go Aberdeen, but at the same time, man, if they win the poll, then I'll go Aberdeen. I'm not going to rig it. This isn't an American election, where they're going to rig the polls with fake ballots. No, man, if Aberdeen gets the most votes, Aberdeen gets the most votes, and that's who I'll be going. But there you can see the transfer budget is 2.5 million, so you've got, that doesn't seem like a lot of money, but in Scottish football, you could probably get a couple of decent signings from some of the lower teams in the league for that amount of money. The club's worth 6.7. It doesn't matter. We won't be selling the club, so that's pretty much irrelevant to us. Domestic success is high. I'm assuming that would probably mean, I don't know, compete for the league sometime down the line. I mean, that's what a lot of Aberdeen fans seem to want. That perhaps maybe it's an unrealistic goal, but then again, sooner or later someone has to win the Scottish Premiership outside Old Firm. Celtic Rangers aren't going to win it for the next 100 years, or at least you'd think that's not going to be the case. I mean, yeah, they're dominant at the moment, but I mean, all dominant spells end. Man United were dominant for a long time, and look at them now, you know what I mean? So I don't think it's... I wouldn't be surprised if a non-Old Firm team does win the league, but it's probably not going to be, in the near future. But Well, there'll definitely be another non-Old Firm winner sometime down the line. Continental success is very low. Considering they can never get fucking into Europe, then it's probably not no surprise that it's very low. Brand exposure low, financial medium, youth development medium. Like I say, 2.5 star rate at Aberdeen. I don't really want to go them because I'm doing a mass league, but like I said, if I have to go them, I'll deal with it like a man. Up next, we have the Celtic. I was going to call them something else there, but I'll not bother. Founded in 1888, Celtic is based in Glasgow. They've been crowned champions 51 times. Jesus, man, they're closing in on that 54 titles. Holy shit, who do you think will win the race to 55, guys? Let us know down below. Is it going to be Celtic or is it going to be Rangers? I wouldn't be surprised if it's Celtic. I know a lot of people are going to say Rangers will win it this year, but all Celtic need to do is win the title 4 more years. I mean, why can't that happen? I know Steven Gerrard's Rangers are a lot more competitive than some of the other managers before him, but you never know. Anyway, 3.5 star rated. Domestic success is critical. It's no surprise, really. You have to be in if you're an Old Firm, if you're not first, you're last. Continental success is low. I thought that would have been a wee bit higher, to be honest. I mean, I think it's about time Celtic actually, tried to consolidate themselves as a Champions League team. I know the record in Europe recently, if you just consider being in Europe, they've been in the group stages, either the Champions League or Europa League for the last 10 years in a row. That's phenomenal, don't get me wrong, but last 3 years it's been Europa League and not Champions League, and I don't know if that's good enough for Celtic. I think they should be aiming to be a Champions League team, as should Rangers. And you never know, with the coefficient getting 2 teams back into the Champions League starting from next year, it could be, maybe it'll be a regular thing. Don't forget, it's only over a decade ago that both Celtic and Rangers, I think it was successive seasons, one of them was in the last 16, so fair play. That's what they need to get back to. Brand exposure is high, financial is very low, youth development is medium, 13.1 million, decent transfer budget, horrible away kit. I would never even use that, so if you vote for Celtic, guys, we're just going to have to play in the home kit, because that away kit is absolutely stinking, man, and we'll not be playing as it. Up next, Dundee United would be interesting, don't get me wrong. I mean, you talk about ratings, Loris Shankland, 66, I think he should be higher than that. Anyway, Dundee United, they've only, Jesus Christ, they've only been crowned champions 1 time. I didn't know that. I actually thought Dundee United won quite a lot of times, but I'm not a Dundee United fan, so I couldn't tell you the exact amount, but that actually shocks me. I thought Dundee United won it the league at least multiple times. Surprised they haven't. Transfer budget 1.4, not a lot. They're fade Dundee, man. Who would have thought it? Who would have thunk it? The away kit for Dundee United is pretty stinking as well. Don't think I'd want to use that. And the board expectations, nothing really, there that's shocking. Youth development is high, and it wasn't that long ago. Remember, about a decade ago, Dundee United were producing all the amazing young talents for Ryan Gold, Andy Robertson, Stuart Armstrong, Gary Mackay-Stevens. I mean, if you name a good young player in Scotland 10 years ago, and he probably played for Dundee United. So it would be an interesting save. If you want to see me go them, then make sure you vote. Up next, Hamilton. I'm not going to go Hamilton. Simple reason is, I would actually like to get a couple of views, and they can't even get a couple of people to turn up at their games. So what's the chances of me getting views if I do a Hamilton career mode? Although, maybe it would be interesting. Maybe I could actually create some Hamilton fans, make Hamilton great again. You know what I mean? Donald Trump created jobs in America. Maybe I could create fans for Hamilton. What do you think, guys? Is that possible? Is that a chance? Could we do that? What do you think? Let me know. Vote for Hamilton if you want to see a Hamilton career mode. No one probably does, but if you want to see it, then get voting Hamilton, because actually, I'll be honest, I'm a wee bit interested. I think a Hamilton Academical Football Club career mode could work. Domestic success very low, continental success very low, brand exposure very low. This is basically a team with no fans, no hope, no ambition, no chance. Unless I go them, and then they'll definitely have no chance, because they'll be right at the bottom like every other team is that I control. The financial and youth development though is critical, so I guess we could work on that if we get Hamilton. 1-star team. There's a lot of improvement with this club. If you want to see me go them, then make sure you vote. Up next, to Hibernian. I actually did put a poll on this in the channel, and a lot of people weren't really happy. I believe the options were, would you like to see me, I said the question was, would you like to see me do a Hibs career mode? And I think the options were yes, no, and fuck you won by a pretty decent amount. Although I only got 6 votes, that really pisses me off. I can have over 2,000 subscribers and only get 6 votes, man. What a joke. So Hibs won the title 4 times. Could we make it a 5th? Perhaps if we go them. Will we go them? No, probably not. 2-star team. Transfer budget 3.2 million. Again, I don't like that away kit, man. All the away kits, just they're rubbing me the wrong way. I don't know. We'll just hope they get 38 home games. Fuck it. Then you can see domestic success high, continental success low, brand exposure medium, financial very low, youth development medium, 2-star team. I think it'd be interesting. I'm not going to lie. I do think a Hibs career mode has got potential. I know I support Hearts, but I think it could work. I honestly do. I think it could be fun. You know, why not? I normally do shit anyway, so I mean, the likelihood is Hibs would be getting relegated in the first season, and a lot of my subscribers would probably enjoy that. So if you want to see me go Hibs, vote them. I think it could be interesting. If you want to see it, then let me know. Up next, I've got Kilmarnock, a 2-star rated team as well. They're also one-time champions, a transfer budget of 1.7. I'm not going to say the away kit for Kilmarnock looks horrible, but it's bland. There's nothing really to it. Domestic success is medium, continental success very low, brand exposure low, financial high, youth development medium. Since Steve Clark left, they've been basically a mid-table, lower mid-table team. Maybe if we took over, then we could get them back to the top. I don't know. Maybe I could even get that guy that made the oh no, we're out of Europe vids. Maybe I could get him to make a couple of cameos. Who knows? If you want to see Kilmarnock, then I don't know. Cool emblem, I guess, too. Fucking squirrels hugging a Fitba. That's what it is. If you want to see Kilmarnock, then let me know. Up next, we've got Livingston. Founded in 1995. Livingston is based in Livingston. Like, look, in my opinion, Livingston's close enough to Edinburgh. So I call it, whenever Livingston are playing like Hearts or playing Hibs, I like to consider it a wee mini Edinburgh derby just to try and, you know, big up the game a little bit more. But I get a lot of stick for that, you know what I mean? It is what it is. I'm not saying Livingston's in Edinburgh, but to me, it's fucking close enough, right? I mean, it's close enough. It's like Glasgow and Paisley. It's the same shit, isn't it? Even though Paisley's within a stone throw and you probably have to drive about 10 miles from Edinburgh to get to Livingston, but you know, it is what it is. Could we go Livingston? We could, but last time I did a Livingston save, it was PES 2019, I think, and we did absolutely stinking. We did shite. Transfer budget 1.4 million, more or less. Club worth just over 3 million. We could go Livingston, guys. Let me know what you think down below. Up next, we have Motherwell. Again, how many teams have won the title just one time? Man, a bunch of one-time champions. Jesus Christ, that away kit, not very good. Transfer budget almost 1.5. Club worth almost 3.5 mil. Domestic success medium. Continental success very low. Brand exposure low. Financial high. Youth development high. 2-star team. We could go Motherwell, man. I guess I lived pretty close to Motherwell. Well, growing up in Scotland, lived in Airdrie, it's not that far from Motherwell. I mean, I could go Motherwell, who knows? Vote for them. If you want to see them, vote for them. You know, it's as simple as that. Up next, we have Rangers, a team that I am actually considering going because I don't like going the best team in the league, and it's fair to say Rangers aren't the best, but they're definitely second best, and I think I could work with that. It would be an interesting save, but I don't know. I think I'd prefer to go one of the non-Old Firm clubs, but if I was going to an Old Firm club, I definitely would want to go Rangers because I think it'd just be a lot more interesting, you know, trying to get title 55, trying to stop 10 in a row. It seems like more of a, to me, it seems like more of a challenge to stop 10 in a row than to win 10 in a row because Celtic are obviously favourites to do so. They've won the Domestic Cup 33 times, a lot of times. Transfer budget 7.5 million, not that much to be fair, but this Rangers team's solid. I don't really think that you need that much improvement. Maybe if you want to compete in the latter stages of Europe, you probably need to spend a bit of money. But in terms of the Scottish Premiership, in terms of trying to win that, I think the squad is good enough, albeit just a wee bit. It's not as good as Celtic, but it's not far off. And they're good enough to compete in European stages. We've seen that, you know, in the last couple of seasons. Stevie Gerrard's actually done a great job with them. So, you know, that is what it is. Domestic success, again, critical. It obviously is going to be, if you're not, like I said, if you're an Old Firm club, if you're not first, you're last. Continental success is low, brand exposure high, financial low, and youth development medium. Rangers save, it could be the save to go, it could be the route to go down, guys, so if you want to see it, let me know. Ross County, 1-star team. Do I really want to be playing in Dingwall? To be fair, probably not. Everything about this team's pretty much very low, apart from the financial. Is there any Ross County fans? I tell you what, they've got the nicest away kit I've seen so far, and that could pull the tide towards the Ross County. I'm not going to lie. I do like that away kit. It's pretty nice. Could we go Ross County? We could. If you want to see it, let me know. Transfer budget about 1.5. I mean, a lot of these Scottish teams, they don't have a lot of money. Even the big teams, they're not like, splashing the cash. So, I mean, it is what it is. We could go Ross County. Last but not least, I believe it is. No, there's a couple more teams. I forgot about St Mirren. I actually like that St Mirren away kit as well. I kind of like it, the way the yellow blends into the blue. I could deal with that. Again, transfer budget roughly around 1.4 million. It's domestic success, medium, financial high, everything else is very low. 1.5-star team. Well, would we go St Johnstone? I mean, it's not the club. I can't say it's one of my favourite clubs. Nothing against St Johnstone, but to me, there's just no star power. They're just a team that's there. Really, they're just a team that kind of, they seem to be in the top flight every season, but I don't know. To me, I just don't. I wouldn't get excited about St Johnstone. It's just, I've got to be honest. St Johnstone don't really excite me. Sorry if you're a St Johnstone fan, but here, vote for them, and I'll go with them, and maybe they'll become my second team. Who knows? And last but not least, we have St Mirren. No league titles, but they've got 3 cups, so that matters. And again, transfer budget around 1.4. Paisley is the city. Domestic success, continental success, and brand exposure very low. Financial is high, youth development is low, and they're a 1.5-star team. So there you go, guys. There is the 12 teams in the league. Now we're back to Aberdeen. So let me know what you're thinking. Obviously, Celtic and Rangers are the 2 powerhouses, if you want to consider them that. Behind them, you've got Aberdeen and Hibs, who you expect to be competing for that 3rd spot place, and then below them, you've probably got the likes of Motherwell, Kilmarnock, and then I don't know, St Johnstone, Dundee United could be like those kind of teams. Then at the bottom you've got your Hamildons. So I mean, I'm up for any sort of save. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of the transfer budgets and the star ratings. Did they get any of these teams right? Did they get any of these teams wrong? Let me know what you think, and I will be making a few more videos based on the Scottish Premiership, because I want to cover the ratings, because a lot of these ratings are criminal, and I just cannot accept what FIFA have done with a lot of these ratings. So I've got to give my I've got to give my opinion on it, and that's it. Maybe if I slabber enough, they'll I don't know, maybe they'll give the Scottish players a boost, and who knows, maybe we'll win the World Cup while we're at it. Probably not. But anyway, guys, that's it. Hopefully this audio turned out alright and it wasn't a pile of dog shit, and if it was alright, then expect more videos, and if it wasn't alright, then expect me to go and slip my wrists and fucking cry about how shite the world is. I'm actually trying to get a new laptop, but believe it or not, in Northern Ireland at the moment, you can't get a new laptop. You can't get nothing because this COVID-19 shit. I've clicked on Argos. I tried to buy a £900 laptop earlier, and it's not available for delivery in your area. Like, what the fuck? I mean, I don't live in even though it's a shithole, it's not a third world country. Come on, how can you not get a laptop delivered here? So I don't know. Looks like when I get a laptop, I'm gonna have to fly over to Scotland and get one, which is fucking ludicrous. But that's the way it is, man. There's no computer shops over here. They've pretty much got Argos and Currys, and they don't have any in stock. It makes no sense. They've got nothing. So I'm pretty much screwed at the moment. So there you go. Can't even fucking order aftershave on Amazon. It's a joke. Country's a joke. Anyway, guys, till next time. Peace. 19 minutes of your life you're never getting back, but fuck it. What else would you be doing? Anyway, guys, peace out.